This is the August 27, 2025 open meeting of the Auburn Conservation Commission. It's being operated as a hybrid format under Chapter 22 of the Acts of 2022. The public can join the meeting remotely by telephone by dialing 408-650-3123 and then entering access code 942-845-549. Or you can join via computer at global.gotomeeting.com/join/942-845-549. So materials for tonight's meeting have been supplied to commissioners. They're also available on our website, and the public is encouraged to follow along using the agenda, which is also available on our website. My name is Michael Garland. I'm chairman of the commission. Before we start, let me do a roll call of our members. Megan Langley.
Here.
Michelle Koros.
Here.
Mark Sclamo.
Here.
Rachel Girardi.
Here.
Tom Fowler.
Here.
Okay. Please also note that the meeting will be recorded by Auburn Cable Television, and without further ado, the first matter on our agenda is a 7 p.m. public hearing. Jacob Warren, a request for determination of applicability to repair an existing septic system at 4 Whitetail Run. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed to vote. Mr. Warren, would you like to join us, please?
Good evening. So through the chair, we did our site visit Saturday, and we met another gentleman that was out there. My brother-in-law. Okay, your brother-in-law. And we walked the site, and the members here can tell you, what their thoughts were as far as for this RDA.
Sure, absolutely. So, here to chime in? Commissioners?
Yeah, no, I don't see any issues, we, the picture does show where the, they did the soil tests, and that's basically where the construction's gonna be and everything, and I believe just some, lost words here, some, protection will be needed, erosion control will be needed at some point, just to protect the wetlands. Everything looked good.
Okay, Mr. Warren, are you a new purchaser of this property?
No, I'm selling
Oh, aha, I see. How old is the septic system that's there now?
approximately 30 years.
Yeah, it's probably due for a replacement.
Yeah.
Lucky guy. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, I reviewed the plan. I did not have an opportunity to go out there, but we have experienced commission members. Any other comments from the board?
I guess I'm just trying to see on the plan if erosion controls are actually included in the plan, just to have something to reference.
Yeah, there is a, you see it, there's a note over there.
Erosion control area, okay. I see it.
See it?
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah.
So you've been approved from the Board of Health?
Yes.
Okay. And I assume you're going to start work immediately?
Yeah.
Okay, we'd like to. Understood. Any other questions? Any comments from our virtual audience? Apparently not. In that case, is there a motion to close?
Make a motion to close.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote. All right, Mr. Warren, we will, in all likelihood, issue a decision this evening. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
He's the seller, so.
We have 1 minute.
Anybody want to get rid of some member books so they can reuse? Thank
Yes.
you.
Like here.
We have new recycling bins for this room, select board room.
I'll figure that.
But I want to
I have
use
2
them.
more at home, so. I'll
Those
bring
just
them
get
in.
sent to me, so.
They're a little beat up though, I think
It's
I've
all right.
read them a few times.
The second item on our agenda is 7:05 public hearing. I'm gonna probably mispronounce the name, Alim Chuba, request for determination of applicability to upgrade a car wash at 888 Southbridge Street. Is there a motion to open?
Make a motion open?
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, it's voted. All right. Is the applicant available to join us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening.
So,
So, last meeting, the commissions and the boards wanted to visit the site, and I know my engineer sent an email, but I don't think we got an email back if you guys actually visit the site.
Yes, we did. I said that we're going to be going out there this past Saturday, which we did.
Yeah, we got that email. So after that, we were not sure if there was anything that, if there was any input back that you want us to do, or
No,
if you're happy with what you saw.
no, the email they specifically said they'd do the site visit on Saturday and come to the meeting, and tonight that they would make a decision on it and probably discuss the findings, sir.
Sure. So I mean, I know my engineer said, again, he just had an emergency.
Oh, sure.
So I'm trying to do the best I can with the project, but I know he sent the chairman a letter kind of describing the project. I can give you a pretty quick rundown. We pretty much just trying to change the old vacuums with new vacuums, install pay station. And the proposed work, it's in the 100-foot wetland, as you know, and that's why we're in front of you. And it's all in the paving area, so this will not affect anything
Chair. Sir,
on the wetland part.
Time, sir. We went over this at the last meeting, so we're familiar with what was being proposed. So the board members turn out, they'll probably comment a little on it on their findings, and we'll be able to issue that decision tonight, sir.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you said.
So, sir, a site visit was made this past Saturday. Basically, the plan was available, and so members of the commission went out there just to determine the scope of your work and whatever impact it would have on the wetlands. And so I think we are satisfied. We have enough information. The plan that you provided, that your engineer provided, pretty much complies or is consistent with the conditions at the site. And so I think we all feel comfortable in being able to close the public hearing this evening and rendering a decision.
That's great, thank you very much.
Very welcome.
Have a good night.
You too, thank you,
well.
sir.
Bye.
So are there any other comments?
To disturbance area. Pay station. So this is specifically about the pay station system, the vacuum system. If I did, like, that parking area around it is in not the best shape. So they may need to end up
Planning
paving
board,
that.
they went through planning board already, right?
Okay.
And they're planning on, I believe, repaving it, as far as that goes.
The 20 by 24 by 6 concrete mat to support the automated pay station.
I feel like that's just a pad to put the
Yeah, it's a
station
pad.
on. I don't,
Yeah.
I'm just, like, just because they didn't, I mean, does the plan show that they're, I'm just trying to avoid a situation where they run into issues because they didn't specifically mention the paving in here. And,
Right. That would under the purview of the planning board, and they also, I think, look at stormwater and all that other kind of stuff as well, so.
The parking lot is pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna,
'Cause I
I'm
used to
sure they're
go-
gonna pave it.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's on a concrete mat.
Sorry.
Yep, sure is.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
so if they,
seen better days for sure.
if they did not specifically state in here that they are going to pave it, which I don't see that they did, and we issue a negative determination, and then they pave it, where is that going to leave them?
Well, they're not, as I understand it.
Why don't we ask the applicant, is he still on?
He's not on anymore.
Even if,
Oh, well.
I mean, where is that going to leave them in terms of
them being open to any
They're not,
actions by the Conservation Commission.
so they're not gonna increase the amount of impervious area.
No.
If they repave the existing area, it will have no impact.
Yeah, I'm
Basically,
not worried about it. I'm more worried about them covering themselves in case. I would hate to say negative order of determination and then the commission turns around here and say, well, you didn't put that in your plan that you were gonna do that and we wanna fine
Do
you
you
now.
think we would do that?
I personally would not, but I am just thinking of the applicant.
Look, it seems to me that as long as they maintain the erosion control measures between the work that is being
Right.
done and the wetland, I don't think there's any issue.
I need to ask you this question. Do you think that they should pave or they should not?
Oh no, I think it needs to be repaved. It's like,
It doesn't look like they are, because it says the owner is proposing to install 10 arch-style vacuums, including 2 automated pay stations within the existing paved parking lot as shown on
there's
the
like
attached
grass,
plan.
there's like a grassy mound in the middle of the parking area that's not, so.
But we cannot require, well,
I'm not saying we should require them, I think that maybe we should find out if that's their intent, and if that's their intent, then they need to show that in this plan, so that they don't get, so that they're protecting, they're being accurate in the plan that they're submitting,
okay.
and everybody's on the same page.
So what would you propose to do then?
I would request, I guess, I mean,
You want to send them a letter or an email asking for clarification if they're going to repave? And what
I
about
just,
the...
I hate to delay on this if this is something they really need right now, but I just, or,
Well, they're closed, and so they're not making any money.
Right.
What did the planning board require or anything?
I don't go to planning board meetings.
Okay.
can they,
Right.
if we approve this and we find out, or we issue a negative determination, and then we find out that they do intend to pave, can they submit a revised RDA or amended RDA?
You can, through the chair,
Yeah.
we can stipulate that in
If they choose to
in
repave.
in the decision,
If they choose to
that if they choose to repave, that they would come
okay,
in front of the
I'm
board
good with
and
that. I just think there
show
should
an
just be.
updated plan with
Okay.
paving, that
Yeah,
kind
with
of thing.
erosion control, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which the
yes.
erosion controls are in, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think that's fair, and I think
Yeah.
that's a
Very
good way
fair.
to address your concern.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Yes, I don't know what I'm saying about here.
No. And then there was another suggestion that Tom made about, so like they have the, what are they, like the silt socks, or what are they called? Not the
Oh,
silt socks.
no, the
but
drains. They got the
What are
silt,
they?
yeah,
Silt-
it's a silt sock that goes in the manhole cover to keep
Right,
silt
like-
fines from going in.
Like a maintenance plan was something you were talking about?
Those will only be in place until they have completed everything they're gonna do outside, and that would include if they were going to do repaving, which honestly, I do not recall them saying that they were gonna repave. It was more the outside stuff for planning was more about, we didn't know we were supposed to come to the planning board, because we've done
Yeah.
these all over the other place, but, which is kind of a
I
stretch,
think
but,
your suggestion was about like a maintenance plan though, so I mean, I'm just.
yeah, an operation and maintenance
Maintenance
plan,
plan,
right.
about how they will maintain the storm drains?
Every so often, right.
Yeah.
Given that it's close proximity, and obviously there's cars in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got oil and water separators in there, I'm sure. You know, I know Mike Regan made comments about that being a car wash and that kind of stuff, so I don't know how old, those, you know, storm scepters or whatever they are, but I'm sure in 1986, I'm sure the technology's a lot better. But I don't think they went into that much detail from what I recall, with the planning board stuff, so.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna have, I don't think it has a substantial impact. I don't think it's gonna have any impact actually on the wetland area. That's just my opinion, so, any other questions or comments? If there are none, is there a motion to close?
I'll make a motion to close.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote. Okay, let's do the orders now.
Can I have for discussion just one item, sir?
Sure.
For the chair?
Absolutely.
We received notice, I know we got something back a while back from National Grid for their 2025 yearly operational plan for transmission lines that they traded every 2 years. So There's another small one that they're doing, and it's gonna be between August 28th and December 31st. They have a lot of info. I believe I put it in the last packet.
Yeah.
Basically, they had this in it. And if you go on there, there's like, the whole plan is like 300 pages and it shows it. But this is the year that they're doing the every other year stuff. So it's not as much of a spring. And as we know, they go through a lot of different channels, the Mass Department of Agriculture and stuff. But this one here that we just received is for New England Power. They were going to be doing exploratory geotechnical soil borings at 9 structures back in 2024. The order was issued in April. On March 29th, they submitted a minor field change. However, on June 23rd, the boring was deferred, no work was conducted, so ground disturbing activities are complete, disturbed areas are permanently stable, and they're looking basically just to get this closed out, I guess. Basically, the work's done.
So is there anything for us to do? This is
What
pretty
can
much,
do?
this is pretty much a courtesy.
Yeah,
just gonna
because it's
say.
not gonna close, it's not like a certificate of compliance, because they do this every year.
But do you think once they're done with it, they'll send us notification that they're done?
Probably, because they sent this out,
Yeah.
and I mean, this is going back from 2024, so it's on their radar,
Okay.
and they just have,
Well, you know, if we get any calls, at least we can hopefully answer any
sure.
questions.
Yeah, so they're looking for a certificate of compliance, basically. It's in
They
the
are?
first line here, yes.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that require us to inspect?
I would say,
Yeah.
even though it's utility,
So. and
Still
I guess-
boring.
And I guess the question is, I'm not even sure I know where to go.
Hmm.
Right?
yeah, all I have from
That's
them
the blue spot?
is, they've got, actually, they do have pictures on this.
Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean this?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not-
I mean, that's
That's not
perfect.
real, that's not real.
We know
local,
exactly
you know?
where it is. You know, like that tower there will be able to determine in the field. That one probably would be easy.
Okay.
Doesn't give us a location though.
Well, then.
Just
I-
has a BA4, BA5.
Then I think we should maybe email Mary Claire Rigby at nationalgrid.com and ask her to tell us or give us property locations so we can go out and make an inspection.
Sure.
That seems like a reasonable
Yeah,
thing. to do.
BSC and then right out, I think this is the one that's right out of Worcester, One Mercantile. How about that?
Okay,
Wow,
all right,
interesting.
so. So I think, I guess what I'm looking for is a motion to.
Oh, wait.
What?
I have to
I'm
ask
gonna
a
say
question.
electric.
Okay,
It's
please.
just
Yeah, that's
looking, because it looks like.
So most of
pictures
the
were
stuff
at,
that they
like,
give
power
us is just a
station
courtesy
Okay.
kind of thing, but they're looking for
poles.
us
I could be wrong.
Close this one up,
to close this out.
which is rare.
It is
It
rare.
is
Very
rare.
rare.
And so in order for us to do that, we need to inspect it.
Yep,
So in order to inspect it, we need locations,
yep.
right?
Aren't those those are like all the ones along the,
Oh, they're in.
they are icky. They're right behind my house, those are so full of ticks.
Okay. Well, wear pants and long socks and long.
We got the rappel, I got the
Wait a
rappel
minute.
tick to
You
work.
don't understand.
So
how many
you got
ticks are back
and this
Oh, I
is the
think I do.
300-page
I know a
report
lot.
of the
No, I bought-
soil
Or we
borings?
could-
No, 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 no,
Wait
no.
until.
300-page report was this thing from National
It's
Grid that I
also,
talked
aren't
about.
there
that I
like
sent a
many
copy of.
So
This here-
inside, if we go
of
into
those
these,
exploratory
No, no,
soil
that's separate.
borings?
This is
We need to
different.
find
Separate?
out.
Right, I just wanted to go over this because I had it in my packet, because I don't think
So
I
I'm
went
not,
over
no,
it.
I
so
think
what they
it's
want
fine
us
to
to
visit.
certify is
I'm-
what?
Okay,
Just that they
you're
did
aware,
it
you're
and
concerned.
that it's there?
You don't want to be bitten
We
by
don't
a
know
tick-
what
tick,
is
a
in the
tick.
soil
A tick.
borings?
I'm not
of course
a
not.
web. I know there's a lot of,
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah,
it's pretty
Like,
bad.
no.
yeah. Select
That's
board,
that's a
select
hard
board
no
is the
for
same
me.
thing. The select board's always been lately saying, we really like information when they're doing spraying chemicals and when they're doing work. Just because of utilities, why should we,
No.
So, anyway, is there a motion to send a letter, whether it's a text or some communication to Mary Claire Rigby at National Grid, telling her that before we can consider issuing a certificate of compliance, that we need to know the locations of the soil boring so we can go and make an inspection
with a representative,
with the representative from National Grid.
Exactly.
Because if we're gonna
Exactly.
go out there and there are ticks there, they should bear the same risk.
Yeah.
yes,
That's right.
they should bring the spray too.
They
Those
should
darn
bring,
utility
yeah,
guys.
they should bring the spray too. So anyway, in all
conflict of
seriousness,
interest.
is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, is there any discussion? Actually, I'm asked for a motion. Who made the motion? Mark did, right? Did you make the motion?
No.
We didn't actually open this, it was a discussion item.
Yeah.
I
So
move
we're
to send
discussing
a
it.
letter
So
to National
Michelle, send a
Grid.
letter,
Yes.
letter to Mary Claire, no relation to Sister Claire, right? Okay?
I don't think so.
And,
Okay,
I don't know who seconded.
well, so that's,
I'll say.
so Michelle, yeah, made the motion, Mark seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed to vote. All right.
Most excellent. And now two more things, and then we can go on to sign and get out of here.
Okay.
So, I received a call today that there was an excavator near the pond at 470 Rochdale Street, where they're gonna decommission 2 wells. They came in front of us about 3 or 4 months ago. So I drove out there pretty upset, ready to give them hellfire. There was nobody there but the machine that was on the side of the house, not by the pond, but he was doing septic, the hole. I jumped in his machine and he had a site plan, and the site plan showed erosion controls around where he's excavating on the side, which is much further away than the decommissioned wells on the thing. So no erosion controls are in. So I took a picture. I talked to the guy when he pulled up, and I said, you know, what are you doing? How come you don't have this in? And he said, well, I don't know. You know, the typical question. So I suggested that you stop doing any work. In fact, it was ordered. And then I said, but second thought, I would like you to clear about 5 feet away from your hole right here, so that, because he said, I'm going to have somebody here come here tomorrow and install. Why don't you clear that out so that when they come in, they can put their silt fence. Probably not going to be able to entrench it because there's roots, there's all kinds of crap there. But the idea is put it in place, put your straw wattles in, and take pictures of it and send them to the town, so at least I can see it. And in the meantime, the owner's going to be getting an enforcement order. And even though in our original determination, we specifically told them they will install erosion control measures before decommissioning wells, this house is on the side where they're doing the septic plan, which is far away. But the fact is, it's still showing on that plan that there's erosion control measures around it, which is typical standard practice, and there was none put in. So he's going to be putting them in, and I'd like to ratify this enforcement order and send this to Mr. De La San Batista, and if the board sees fit, they could always issue a fine to lift the
Okay.
enforcement order.
So you actually issued on your own authority?
I didn't ratify anything, but I actually just printed this out to ratify.
Cool. That's cool. So can we have a motion to ratify or to issue the enforcement order to the owner of 470 Rochdale Street?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Through the chair, I'll have these signed by the members.
Sure.
5 present members, please.
Tom, is that before or after West Street?
That's at the end of West Street, take a right, you go
Yeah.
down, and there's a little, like, very small road that forks off at the on the corner. Tiny house that's dilapidated.
Okay.
They're getting building permits to make it from a 1-bedroom to a 2. They have to decommission 2 old wells and put in a new one.
Yep.
And the septic is near the front, which is good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
out of like the buffer zone,
Good.
but the thing is, it's on the site.
Yeah.
There's erosion controls, and if it were to rain enough, that would still wash
Yes,
around. You know
yeah.
what? Yeah, washing around. So, kind of common sense, like.
So they're
101.
gonna drill a well though? or
And
they-
if you've got the plan in your excavator,
Yeah.
I can't say it enough. It usually tells you that
Can I borrow your pen?
you see what needs to be on your plan and what you're digging, but you don't have your erosion controls. So, yeah, we got like 8 things to sign tonight.
Excellent.
Yes.
I can tell.
You're going to be getting a request for information letter from us saying you need to give us more information, and we're not going to consider issuing a certificate of compliance for the New England Power until,
Why don't we do the orders on the request for determination? So for Mr. Warren at 4 Whitetail Run, is there a motion?
I make a motion to issue a negative request for determination of applicability for Whitetail Run.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote.
sign away.
Can you read Rachel can have earlier than them. Got you. Thank you. Yes. Trying to pay it forward since I didn't have mine last time. Yeah, now I'm gonna go Google how many people own
Do I
us.
see if it,
that-
oh, yes, there we go.
Whitetail Run.
I'm gonna put it in front, okay?
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Then you can
Do you,
just name
Tom,
them
do you know how many people
later.
live there?
7 bedrooms.
Yeah,
It's
no,
showing 6 online out there
Yeah, I
on
wonder
Monday.
how many, I'm gonna go
It's a
Google.
big house and that land for
I'm
300,000
just
next
curious
door.
how many people actually own it. Like if you was the brother-in-law, like do they all?
Right.
Is it
Oh,
like a
I'm sure
family
there's,
compound?
it's, I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
it's set up, I think it's set up as a single family or a duplex with that
With the
accessory dwelling.
AUD,
Yeah,
yeah,
attached, right,
yeah.
right. Which, we've been getting killed with that lately. It's just, at least we got a full staff now, thank God.
It's just like that's a lot of money to try to divvy up like that stuff. You know what I mean? Like 1.2. maybe?
You know, and yet it can be divided.
Yeah, yeah. Be interesting.
And they own water rights to the water. The other houses on Whitetail have an easement,
Oh, yeah, he said that.
and it's actually owned by Crescent Builders. The
Crescent-
pond is owned,
Crescent Builders?
and the pond is owned by the town of Auburn, but there's still on the assessors map shows parts of the pond are owned by Crescent, must be easement, it's hard to tell.
Who's Crescent
and-
Builders?
I don't know. I think they were the ones that built Whitetail Run.
Are they even in business?
I don't know. But that is, you know who that is, our friend Mr. Delalis.
Oh,
I knew
David.
that. I knew I
So,
was just gonna
the other
say
thing
that.
is,
I was just gonna say that.
it doesn't fall under the purview of the Auburn Water District, it falls under the town, which at the time used to go to Donald Miller. So now I guess Gary said that, I
Donald
guess,
Miller.
he would be the one,
Inspector
if
right
somebody
up my
moved
house.
in and wanted to know about a dock, and with Water District, they allow it by permit, you apply for a permit, usually a temporary, you remove in winter season, that kind of thing. Because what happens when you put something permanently in water? You are affecting, because you're digging in, you can't put a retaining wall and add the height, you can't take out. So I think they generally like to get permits for temporary docks. But the town would have to do that for somebody with a town-owned thing. So that might fall into the land and water use coordinator some point. I don't know. I hope
Does
not.
does the town have that? A land and water use coordinator?
Yeah, me.
I'm just
I
gonna
was
tell
gonna
you.
I just had a couple of
So
letters.
we have a
and,
dock in
you
our,
know, you'll get some great parting gifts someday when you retire.
That's a title they bestowed on you, right?
Not yet, but you know, Gary said that. He goes, "Yeah, you could be land and water." I'm like, I could be Aquaman.
Well,
yeah.
well, you know what they say, Tom. With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, you don't even know the burden.
Okay. Anyway, moving on, for 888 Southbridge Street, is there a motion?
Yes, hold on 1 second.
That's gonna be you.
Yeah. Okay, I make a motion to issue a negative determination of applicability for 888 Southbridge Street with the provision that if the project expands to include paving of the areas that are already paved, that we get a revised plan of the areas to be repaved with showing erosion controls on it.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Yep.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? If there being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a
I
vote.
will have to ratify that, and I will add that into one of these pages here. And through the chair, while we're signing this, 47 and 49 Rockland got in touch with me today after I sent a group email. You've probably been following some of that. These guys have been stalling for a year and a half, and it's really getting a lot of people very upset.
Sure.
Abutters, staff in our town hall,
Yep.
and as well as many board members. So the last communication was 27th, which is today, is the deadline for new filings for the next Concom meeting. However, most boards will allow within 5 business days, you know, a final revised plan to be considered. It would go in the packets the week before, and thus far we have received nothing. They've been going back and forth with the land disturbance permit, which I understand was issued, and they wanted to do the operation and maintenance plan and file that with the registry of deeds, which they wanted to wash trucks up there, which we discussed, and it's not gonna happen.
Said
And
no.
they were communicated such, but on our site visit Saturday, we noticed that The blocks that come down the hill that go in just end, and then you have an area that's completely unstabilized, there's wood chips, unacceptable, the jute's falling apart, rotting away. Eventually, when we get a good rainstorm, that will wash down. So Ricky suggested they should run that block all the way down past that, terminate it into the hill, and stabilize it with something, riprap or something that meets, regular standards, like for any other project.
And they're not proposing to pave the road, correct?
We don't have a plan showing them paving the road and paving the parking lot. That was the
We can
latest.
assume they're not going to.
But they were told they have to. They were told by the planning board, which they're going to on the 9th. So at the suggestion of Mike Barinas, he said, well, maybe, we can get the hard copy plans to you, but maybe we should continue to the next hearing, to Concom, because thinking that he was going to planning on the 9th, that he wouldn't be prepared to come here.
On the 10th.
But honestly, I included, as you saw, Mr. Regan in that, as well as DEP.
Right.
Because they will not get a DEP number until they have a revised, finalized, approved plan by planning board, basically, and then they're coming through us, and DEP is gonna have plenty of comments for that, I assure you.
Oh, for sure.
So they're gonna have a couple of pages of comments, and it's just prolonging this notice of intent that was filed back in October of last year with no DEP filed number yet, and they won't get one until they have their plan. So they need to stop, dickering around and get it done.
Did they restabilize any of the stuff that we told them to restabilize from the last time that we were there?
No, it's got the jute.
They haven't,
Half the hill got grassed, half the hill grew in, the other half, they dumped wood chips. Now, why would you
About the
dump wood chips
siltation
on a slope?
fence?
Yes, that was done.
right.
We walked it, it looks good.
all right,
They beefed it up, they put in some new sections where it was missing or falling down.
okay.
What else?
So, okay, when the planning board told them they have to pave the road, what was the response?
They were gonna come back with an approved plan. So, plan for approval.
Showing it was gonna be paved?
Showing that it was gonna be up to everything. They didn't specifically say paved. They said, whatever, we discussed at this meeting, we'll have in our revised plan, which, looking at the highway department one, which wasn't submitted to planning, which wasn't submitted here, it's not showing it paved, it's not showing around the building paved, and
Okay.
it's ridiculous.
Well, then, I think maybe whenever they do come back, maybe we just say, you gotta pave
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah.
So, all right, okay, very good. Let's see.
And one other thing.
Oh,
At 3:45 today, I got a call from a gentleman at 21 Jerome Ave. Wanted to know about 5 Jerome, there's machines back there, he's concerned, what are they doing? They're knocking down trees, blah, blah, blah. So out of courtesy and because I was intrigued, I took a ride out there after work with my dog and my wife, parked and walked through the bamboo and looked around. And the only stuff that was taken down was small areas of brush where they made a small path going away from the houses, up a little ways. They didn't knock any trees down. The machine's sitting over there. It looks like they're preparing to do just what we told them they could do, which is basically put in some areas where they can put stone and mulch way far away. Don't dig anything. They marked out where the manhole covers and everything clearly with orange. They know where they can't drive any heavy equipment or store anything, which is great.
Okay.
So this gentleman is up the hill a little bit, way at the top corner of his property, nowhere near wetlands, not near anything. So we went back and forth, and I finally said, well, if he is doing that, he would need a land disturbance permit, which could be a minor one, a major one, but that would be DPW. So I transferred him over there, and I hadn't heard anything. That was at
Okay.
3:45.
Okay.
So
we'll keep an eye on it.
basically, that's another, they called, I ran out there, and it was like, I don't really see anything that's, other than you're not a happy neighbor.
Okay. So, for
You're all over
50,
this, Tom. Good job.
50
Not
Washington
bad.
Street, we have to sign the order of conditions?
Yes, because Ricky was not present and he didn't realize that because we don't have his signature on a full page for electronic purposes.
Right.
That's, we can sign that.
Can I just ask what happened with that?
With what?
Is it 50 Washington, or is it 190 Washington Street?
No, it's 50.
It's 50 Washington.
Okay, all
Request
right.
public hearing,
It's
we
one-
issue order of conditions.
It's 190 Washington LLC, but the property's 50.
Okay,
So
what
we
did we
just-
decide on that?
So we need signatures on this so they can record it. And technically, this should have been done by Friday.
What really needs to happen, and DEP nailed it, is that there has to be communication. That the culvert that seems to be giving everyone so much agita is controlled by or owned by the DOT. And so there has to be, and I think the engineer, and I always get his name wrong, Bernardino, is it Bernardino?
Yeah.
was going to be reaching out to DOT, but DOT has something to do with that. And I think if the people in the park that's there having the issues, they have to really communicate with DOT. It's a DOT issue.
I mean, did we as a board approve a pad to be built?
Yeah. We did.
All right, so we're gonna put stuff all over that though,
Well,
to make
it's just,
sure
and it's
that-
just the pad. Whenever they,
I get that.
Whenever they, whenever a new,
I'm with you, Mike, but we were just doing plans the last time around, and then that got us in a whole bunch of trouble the last time around, and that freaked me out.
no,
so-
this is not that situation.
I
Okay.
just have one thing to say through the chair. We've had this issue with ZBA. Unfortunately, Mr. Arizmi was unable to be here tonight, and he would be one of the 4 signatures we need to ratify these 2 things that are already
So we
passed
can do
today.
it.
We can do it, sir, if we take a new vote.
All right.
Basically, take our vote right here, I'll put it down, make a motion. We already have all the special conditions, so Michelle,
So
you could
basically what
actually
we need
do
to do
it
is
because you were here. And administratively, I will be able to give this to Mr. Bernardino tomorrow, and everybody's happy. And the same thing with Glenn. And not that we're here to make everyone happy, but
No, let's do
my
that.
head spins because, like,
We,
they will not let you record it unless all your ducks are in a row and they have the signatures of everybody. That's why wet
And I
signatures.
want this one right.
Wet signatures is so much easier. You record it, ask Mike. There's no, oh, I gotta look at the page, is this one right?
All right,
Should we review what the conditions
Yeah, well, we
were,
can just read them
Michelle?
through. In
Yeah.
fact, I
yeah, let's
believe.
do that real quick.
Didn't we do them last meeting?
Yeah, we did.
I wanna-
And now they're all in here, so in other words,
Right.
if you wanna
I'm
take
like,
it.
if we have to, if she has to re-vote on it though, she should know what she's,
Well, right.
we're just gonna read
What,
everything.
through the chair?
It would be standard order plus special conditions.
And you could read it aloud, then she could second it, and then she could sign it, and also, yeah,
Okay, let's do it.
let's do it. I'm gonna give you 50 Washington Street, and the special conditions are in the pages. I think there are 8 or 9 in the back, but all of them are in there and they're circled, and they're also written down. Oh, you just made my life a lot easier. Oh my God.
All right. So they're the, all right, they're circled.
So you're gonna make a motion to issue an order of conditions plus special conditions.
Yes. Okay. It's 50 Washington. I make a motion to issue an order of conditions for 50 Washington Street with the following the standard order of conditions plus following special conditions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 18, 20, 24, 29, and 36.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote.
Okay, wait, are we gonna say on there though, that if when and if the new property owner comes in and builds on this property and they have to modify this in any way, they have to come before the board?
They
They have to anyways.
come anyway.
Yeah, it's-
They
You
can
said that the
required.
last time, they didn't come.
We've talked too specifically.
Well, on that last.
The gentleman whose name cannot be mentioned?
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
that one.
that's,
That's
no,
not the
that's,
situation here.
Now, if I may,
Please.
I'm thinking that the distinction is that the plan that we have does not show any buildings on it
right.
that we're approving. It's just a pad, or it's just a pad-ready site.
So consider this, all right? Depending on the size of the building, there's gonna be runoff from the roof, there's gonna be a parking lot that has to be designed. There's gonna have to
Thank
be
you.
a method to handle stormwater. There probably will be drains installed, so
Right.
I'm absolutely confident whenever they make arrangements to sell that parcel or lease it, that new person will come in to see us.
Okay.
Because, and the reason I say this is because
Okay.
we can go in there, and if we see them building and they have a file with us, we can issue an enforcement.
Okay, all right.
Did I
You did.
Did I
I'm
assuage
in.
your fears?
I'm totally in. Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
Bring it.
Excellent.
So we need to sign that. So,
Where is it? Oh, sorry. Oh, I already, sorry. I threw that back to you. I didn't know
We
that was
didn't
the one
sign
I
it.
needed to sign. Sorry.
That's why I was confused. I'm like,
I thought I was just had that so I could read it. I'm sorry.
no, that's right.
I've got a big one here. One of you guys?
I
Here
don't
we go.
have it.
Got it. So,
We have to sign it.
That would be horrific if you didn't have it.
No, stranger things have happened.
because Rachel Girardi wasn't here for the board, I'm not gonna have her ratify it, but I will have 4 members here.
Yeah.
He isn't here tonight, so the big thing is, as long as I have these votes, and James can come in and take care of this. And as we know, they still have the litigation going on with the land thing, so it's gonna be a while.
Okay.
Thank you. And here's a picture.
I'm gonna write in.
So that's it.
All right, what's this one?
Okay,
right down
the
street.
next one through the chair is 5 Friedel Street.
Yep.
And the same thing, if somebody would like to read this with the special conditions, and then someone can second it, ratify it, and I'll put Michelle.
Michelle, why don't
Yeah.
you read it this time?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me get my glasses. We'll see how it works out. Nardella Giovanni, Bay State Property Development.
So you're making a motion for the standard order issue plus the following special conditions, correct?
You know what this is?
We'll go back to the first page.
Okay.
Not the first page, but the first page of the special conditions.
Oh, okay. We got it. Okay.
Go.
All right. I make a motion to issue a standard order of conditions plus 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 11, 15, 17, and 24, and 29.
That's dangerous.
Okay. There's a motion to issue standard order plus the special conditions that Michelle mentioned. Is there a second?
I second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and Rachel, you can't.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't
Refrain from
here.
this one as well.
Yes.
So we'll go around. And
So you abstain.
Yes.
You abstain. Okay.
Yeah, I saw the date.
4 and 0. Perfect.
So we've got 2 certificates of compliance.
And we have, the first certificate of compliance is for 7 St. Mark Street. Through the chair, we conducted a site visit Saturday, everything looked good, the pictures, the as-built plan. I recall Megan had a couple of questions when we discussed about the swale that they were thinking, if Glenn had said that if we wanted them to put it in, they would, but they didn't feel it would be necessary. And
It's actually,
Everything looked there.
it's not specifically that we decided, it's that I feel like there was a follow-up. Sorry. There was a follow-up, I couldn't find it on the site, but I feel like it exists where there was something that after we had already issued the order of conditions, the town engineering came back with some comments, but I can't find them, but I know that they're there.
Okay.
Like that there was, I don't know, I mean, I think it was something about the storm drains. And possibly the burn, but I can't find it, so I don't,
If they told them
I
they had
don't-
to do any kind of site work to improve it, they would have had to go to the planning board. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, they would have put it through for sure.
so if it's, okay, so I mean, yeah, I'm fine
I
with,
just don't know, right, it could have been comments they made, but who knows? I mean, I know it was all
right,
that.
like it was already after the fact, so I mean, as far as I'm concerned from our perspective, like what we required them to do, think it's fine, but I do just want to say that they did mention in here that there were some deviations from the plan.
Okay.
They said, they found this is from the engineers. They found the final site conditions for the project appeared to be in substantial compliance with the order of conditions issued, except for the following deviations. No proposed driveway parking striping was conducted. The installed gravel storage area is smaller than proposed. Looks by about 600 feet. And the crushed stone overlay on the east side of the storage area was grassed. I guess that means in contrast to, I don't know which plan
Was
showed
that,
more grass.
was that put in part of Glenn's thing there?
This is from,
No, that's for, is that for Jazz? Is that, I'm sorry, what are we talking about? 7 St. March Street?
7 St. Mark
Yeah.
Street, yes, yep,
Okay. Yeah, so that's Glenn's project.
right.
this is weird, I mean, I don't know, he was working with somebody else, I guess, because this is a different engineer here.
He's an engineer, he's a,
Right.
Glenn's a well specialist.
Right, but this is a different, this isn't his company, right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Well, I
I'm
guess
just
the
noting
question-
that this is a
The
different
question then is,
engineer.
do we believe that, I mean, we don't have to issue a certificate of compliance? Do we think that the differences noted by the engineer are significant enough so that there is not substantial compliance with the original plan?
600 square feet.
So there's 600 square feet less gravelled area, less rock, that's pervious, that water can flow through, and instead they put in grass, which is also impervious.
That's, I don't know if that's, it says the installed gravel storage area is smaller than proposed. And the, are you
Which is
reading
where
it
the
here?
thing, no, I'm holding the certificate of compliance.
Okay.
We're not obliged to issue it. I mean, there's no requirement that we do so. But if we're not going to issue it, then we have to,
Then, yeah, what's the rationale?
we'd have to have Mr. Gravazzi come back and explain why they didn't substantially, why they made those changes.
And through the chair,
Yeah,
I trust Mr. Glenn Krawowski's judgment very well. He's very knowledgeable. I don't believe that even with those comments,
well, I do too, and I
I
don't,
think that,
Is he just giving us the heads up on that, or?
well, again, it's not Gravazzi that's doing it, it's this other company that's doing it, it's the engineer.
Yeah, that's what, I'm like, there's like some,
could I look at that through the chair? I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Because the question, I suppose if there's a deviation from the original plan, then there has to be an explanation why they didn't do it. And I think all they're doing in that letter is they're saying there was a deviation.
So,
Because-
yeah, they're saying, all right, through the chair. So this letter is basically saying, on behalf of, I guess, Mr. Krawowski, that this company found the site, found, not the DPW, this is a private company, appear to be in compliance except for the following. And when they say deviations, it's not a bad, just means that it deviated from the plan. It doesn't mean like they didn't follow what happened. We have to make that clear. No proposed driveway parking striping was conducted.
Why?
They weren't planning on it because I think they were just planning on having the trucks in
But
that
again,
general area.
If they
They put it in
showed
the
it on
plan.
the original plan, I mean, they should give an explanation why.
Money.
Well, yeah, that's usually the reason.
Right.
are we
So
sure
this-
that they're
no.
still working with Glenn,
Through
or?
the chair,
Yeah.
this plan does not show any striping, so I don't believe, this is an as-built plan, but I don't know what the original plan has. This is basically showing what was done by existing grade. So they're showing us a plan that doesn't have striping. I don't know if the original plan did have striping or not.
Well, what, if
I
it
don't
didn't,
remember
why
it
did he
having-
note it?
Remember going to that? That was in the back, like they.
Yeah, it was in the back, and they were like, we want to store stuff here, like reels of stuff, reels of
Right.
cable or whatever, and then we're gonna park our trucks, like, further away from it, but we want to be able to store stuff there, like, that we can keep outside, like,
And you're talking about that drainage pipe that was coming off the back into
I don't even know. I just remember that
remember staying there
engineering
with
had
Jessica.
something, and if we can't find it, then we can't find it. It wasn't part of our order.
There was two drainage pipes, and one was just buried in.
But I'm just, I mean, even regardless of that, they're saying that there's deviations from the plan. I don't feel like it's totally fair to issue a certificate of compliance with deviations that we don't have any.
There's no explanation given why there are deviations. So I think Megan's right. I think what I would do is I'd send them a letter and say, you noted deviations from the original plan, but you give no explanation why the plan was not followed. The original plan wasn't followed. Tell us why you didn't follow the original plan. So I think what I would do is I would carry over 7 St. Mark Street to our next meeting and then send them a letter and ask for an explanation.
So, through the chair, the order of conditions was issued 9/5 before I started with the town.
Right.
I don't have this folder. I'll have to go upstairs and find it in archives to find the
That's fine.
original plan.
That's okay.
9/5 of
Yeah.
24.
Right.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
started in November.
That's
so,
fine.
like, at least looking at that, because through the chair, Mr. Kowalski will be in tomorrow for the 5 Friedel.
Right.
But he called today asking about this one, and the reason why he said, I'm going out to Clinton today. He had a thing with conservation out there.
Okay.
But he had said, well, I know, did you guys get to go out to the site? You saw the pictures and everything, and he was asking about that as well. So I said, yeah. When you come in tomorrow morning to come by, I can relay that message that we'd like to see. I could probably go upstairs in the morning first thing and find the plan and look at it.
That's fine.
Discuss it with them.
I
So
say.
we don't have to issue that tonight, absolutely
No,
not.
And I would say, let's not do that.
Sure.
Oxford denied my husband because they put in one extra tree.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Conservation?
They put in one extra tree.
okay.
This is town out that way. It's a little bit before Brimfield and a little bit after Lake Charlton. It's a mess. And I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
tell you,
that's where Oxford is.
I have heard nightmare stories from people that I work with that would blow your mind. Like the amount of power, like absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard it. It would make, that can't be true. It's true.
One extra tree.
Finally,
Finally,
3 Commerce Way. So.
through the chair.
Yes, please.
We did a site visit at 3 Commerce Way.
Right.
And the road was paved, shown on the plan as
Yeah.
part of their property,
Uh-huh.
but it is actually part of Eastland Partners' main, it's a thoroughfare going through.
Right.
The bankment around the detention pond was established, the grass grew, everything looked great,
Yep.
except for
Uh-oh.
the piece of heavy equipment or something that rode over the berm, creating an opening in it so that when water comes down, it would flow down. And also, there was a blowout hole about this big that you could look down, and I have pictures that was like 3 feet deep, and you could see light at the bottom, and you could see gravel. And what happens with that on a site, water flows through, and not only fills up your detention pond, it takes away the structure underneath the
Right.
road, and a tractor trailer leaving Ross would turn over and probably roll over into the
Right.
thing in about 2 years. So that was sent to DPW. They said they were gonna send somebody out there to look at it from, what's the name, Loring Construction. He said he was very surprised because, the pavement is fairly new and whatever, and everything looked great. And they were gonna talk to Eastland because it is on Eastland's portion, and it looks like it was fairly recently paved, but like when they were doing something ran over it. It's not good. So before we even think of issuing that, they're
That's
gonna get
fine.
approval that road is structurally sound, and Gary Allen's aware of it as well, because that would be a major thing to have that washed out. It would compromise the road, and it'd be much more than just like a conservation issue. It would be like a safety and
All right, so we'll continue that to our next meeting too. Will we have minutes next meeting?
we will have minutes for the next meeting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I can tell you why. At the last meeting, I stayed for an extra hour and a half and did 5 hours worth of work.
gross.
I don't
Oh my
have them
gosh.
completed entirely, but most of it for conservation meetings and also ZBA meetings.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
it is fantastic.
Get it. So if there is no new business,
Go ahead.
is there a motion to adjourn?
I say we move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Never opposed, it's a vote. Thank you, everyone.
Good night.